It won't be like you're not a part of Facebook. You're not a part of Facebook.
My name's on the masthead.
You might want to check again.
Oh, if you already know the answers to your questions, then why ask?
What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I like the way you die, boy.
I don't want to be a product of my environment.
Now answer my question. Were you rushing or were you dragging?
My boys awake at smile.
What's up? We're back. The Film Fixation Podcast. We're back with another episode where we will be diving into Killers of the Flower Moon. We are joined by our special guest, returning guest, Kasen Garrett.
Thank you.
Yep. We are decked out in our cowboy hats, and we're very excited to be talking about this one today. We saw it last night, a day early, right?
Yeah.
One of those critical or the critics get to see
Early screenings.
Early screenings.
Yes.
Yeah. They invited us to see the Eras tour early. We said no thanks. And we saw this instead. But before we do that, let's talk about the film news. Austin.
Okay, A24 is expanding into action and big IP projects. So that'll be interesting. We're gonna have a Marvel A24 movie come here soon.
What?
We'll see. Yeah, big IP. What else could there be?
Yeah. What IP do you think they should get?
I don't know.
Harry Potter?
Like an edgy coming-of-age Harry Potter A24 style movie.
Yeah, could be cool.
Are they going to do Greta Gerwig's Narnia stuff?
Oh, that'd be great.
That could be a good idea.
That'd be great.
Because I saw that announcement today on Twitter, and have they never put out action movies before?
No.
Not one.
I mean,
maybe there's an action movie.
Like Good Time, huh? Is that A24? Or is that Neon?
That's A24.
That's action-ish.
But it's not their forte, right?
No. And I think by big action, they mean like...
they said action, not just...
Like explosion.
It just says
IP.
action and big IP projects in quotations. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
So we'll see. But yeah, that would work well. I mean, A24 and because I think the Narnia movies are going to be Netflix movies.
Oh.
But A24 and Netflix just worked together on Beef earlier this year.
So they could partner on those.
They could.
Because she traditionally works with A24, right? Like aren't Lady Bird's A24?
Yeah.
Is Little Woman A24?
No.
No. But she's like an A24 filmmaker, like that's her vein for sure.
Does she have another A24?
No, those are only three. Barbie,
yeah,
Lady Bird, and Little
Barbie's
Woman.
Not.
Yeah. It's a big studio.
Okay.
Disney's under fire for using AI actors in a recent Disney Plus film. Did you see that?
I saw the still image.
Isn't that so cringe?
It's like when you play 2K.
Yeah.
It's like the people in the stands there.
I saw like a video of people cheering in the stands.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're referring to, right? That was legitimately like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like I was embarrassed for Disney. The fact that
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
You put that in a Disney Plus show or whatever. How much would you have to pay an extra just to sit there?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, there's no
like
way.
a couple $100 a day, I think.
Yeah, is that less than or is that more than the cost of like just doing the CGI or whatever, the AI?
I don't know. That's a question for Spencer. He's a big AI guy, CGI guy.
Yeah.
Can we go an episode without mentioning Spencer?
We can't. Well, we already lost this one.
Can I just add to that real quick?
Yeah.
With when the clip I saw of that, it seemed like they like were decent with white people, but then like people of color, the CGI was just like horrible, or the AI was horrible.
Right.
Like it was actually like embarrassing. I was like, this isn't a good look for Disney, like making the non-white people look kind of weird.
No, that's a real phenomenon in the tech world, is like because the majority of programmers are white, there is like an inherent racism in this kind of tech.
Really?
Like, did you see that thing? It's been several years ago now. But the Snapchat AI was like turning black people into monkeys.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was like a facial recognition thing, and anyway, super horrible stuff. But
that's terrible.
You got a point there. Or maybe I just dreamed that. I don't know. Did that really happen?
Be a very specific dream.
Yeah, no, it really happened. Sorry. Michael Caine officially retires. You do a good Michael Caine. Let's hear it.
Well, Master Wayne, I was hoping, Master Wayne, that one day I would wake up and be in Italy and I'd look over and you'd be getting drinks and not fighting the city of Gotham.
So he retires. But if they need a role filled, I'm sure you could step in.
Yeah.
Master Wayne.
Voice acting
Master Wayne.
Master Wayne.
The Killers of the Flower Moon, Rotten Tomatoes scored tops all but one Martin Scorsese film this century, which I think is a weird headline. Because I think Departed probably beats it, huh?
It beats what?
It beats all of his films this century except for one.
How does it beat it? In the Rotten
Like it's a
Tomatoes
higher
score?
Rotten Tomatoes
Oh,
score.
Is that critic or audience
I think critic.
score?
I don't know. This is just a
I'd
headline.
say
I should have read
critic,
into it.
yeah. They don't care about the audience
Yeah.
score. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
He's how old is he? He's finally
81.
and he's still improving. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's amazing. I think this is just a rumor, but Oppenheimer is set to be re-released sometime later this year. Or no, early 2024. So I might go see it in IMAX again.
Got to pass the 1 billion mark.
Yeah, they got to get there. And I'm sure they will if they decide to re-release.
Yeah, definitely.
Casting for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie, which you aren't excited about.
Who was in the cast again?
Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, Christoph Waltz, and who's this? Mia Goth, I think.
Okay,
That's what this
yeah.
chick looks like.
I am excited.
Okay. Well, good.
I just said, what did I say? I was like,
I don't know. This was on an episode
I said,
earlier.
when has a Frankenstein movie ever been good?
Yeah.
And I don't
know.
kind of
There's some
by it.
classics.
I haven't
don't
seen
know.
the original.
I haven't seen. Yeah.
1950 or 60 version.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's been some bad ones.
Yeah.
It's like Daniel Radcliffe and
He was
I
in a
don't know.
Frankenstein movie?
He was in, it was like Frankenstein's. He was like the assistant to Frankenstein.
He was Igor.
Huh.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Not the animated one.
No.
Live action.
Is there an animated one?
There's
too?
an animated one called Igor.
Frank and Weenie. That's the discussion.
Okay. Okay, we've
That
covered
one's
all
good.
our
Yeah.
bases there.
Okay.
This is more just like a fact. Michael Fassbender didn't blink while on camera during The Killer. So it's going to be good.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's my next most anticipated movie.
Really?
Yeah.
This one. Oscar Isaac, Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, and Gerard Butler to star in a Martin Scorsese produced film,
Yeah.
which is just repulsive.
I know. I read the comments on that post. Everybody's like, "What an all-star cast! Like, it's gonna be so good." What Jason Momoa has just gone so downhill in the past like couple of years.
Yeah, when Vin Diesel is blaming you for ruining his Fast and Furious franchise, you know you're on a downward trajectory.
He's Aquaman, correct?
Yeah.
And he was in Dune, right? Same guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good in Dune.
I actually
He's
liked
good
him in
He's
Dune.
great in Dune.
Yeah.
I just barely rewatched that, and he was good.
Yeah.
But
He's capable.
and also Gal Gadot. Just like people need to stop casting her already and stuff.
Yeah.
She just barely had a movie, Heart of Stone
Heart
or
of Stone.
whatever.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Did
I
you
didn't
see
watch
it?
No, but my mom.
Horrible.
I give so many recommendations to my mom. I don't know if I talked about this.
I
on
think
the
we did
pod.
talk about it. Yeah.
On
But
the pod.
I think so.
Okay.
But no, cover your bases. Yeah.
Well, I recommend her so many movies,
Mm-hmm.
and the one she decides to watch, on her own time. First time I've ever seen my mom watching a movie by herself that wasn't Harry Potter. She turns on Heart of Stone,
Yeah.
and she gets mad at me for turning it off to watch an Eagles preseason game that I was late to.
Right.
So I almost punched her or something.
Should
I'm
have.
just kidding.
Should have taught her a lesson.
No, but so yeah, but I know it's bad. Obviously, I read things.
Yeah, the reviews.
Yeah, read an article. Saw a TikTok.
Yeah.
Doing your own research.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, can't trust the CDC on stuff like that.
So yeah.
Leo DiCaprio officially set to star in the next Scorsese film. It's called The Wager.
Yep.
I think you know about this one.
I am probably more excited for that than I was for Killers of the Flower Moon. Just the storyline is incredible.
Right.
From what I've heard. But,
What's it about?
So a podcast I listened to, the Ryan Russillo podcast, he interviewed the author of The Wager, who is the same author of Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, okay.
And in the interview, from my understanding, it's about this, I think, British ship, and they get shipwrecked off of the coast of like Ecuador, something like that.
Yeah.
And there's like a ton of mutiny, and I think they end up like maybe building some sort of civilization on this island. I can't remember the exact details, but from the interview, I was really intrigued by like Leo, especially in that role. I think is like the captain of this like ship that just gets crashed at sea.
Right.
But We'll see.
That
Austin,
doesn't-
you might know better than I do, honestly.
No, I don't. I've just seen stuff about, like you said, just a shipwreck somewhere in South America. So I don't know much more about the story.
I thought it was about sports gambling. So
you're disappointed.
I heard the wager, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Finally, the gambling Leo film that I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
You know.
The Bike Riders, starring my boy Austin Butler, got delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
So that's
sucks
heartbreaking.
hard. I was excited for that. That trailer looked really good.
I know, that's
Except for the one girl, her accent.
Jodie Comer. Jodie Comer?
Comer, yeah. Her accent sounded horrible.
So did we talked about this, but Tom Hardy's sounded even worse.
I don't know.
What accent is he trying to do?
They're like Midwest accents. Like
Oh, is it like a
Minnesota.
biker gang?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was like pre-released at like the Venice
Yeah,
but they're not releasing it to the public for a while, even though it's already gone through production.
exactly. Yeah,
What's the reasoning for that?
because the actor strike is still going on, and they need the actors to promote the movie.
Okay.
So they're afraid that if they release it, it's just going to flop.
Bomb. Okay.
These greedy actors. Well,
Yeah.
Just
Gotta get rid of
I'll
them.
tell you what.
take
I just
their
want more
livable
AI.
wages, you know?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Studio Ghibli reveals the English cast for The Boy and the Heron.
yeah,
This is pretty big news, actually.
it is.
I know you're not an anime guy. Neither am I.
I'm
We
not.
aren't, right?
I've never
You're
even
not,
heard of this.
You are.
No, you're a huge anime guy. Anyway, Dave Bautista, Florence Pugh, Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, Mark Hamill, Gemma Chan, Karen Fukuhara, our girl,
Mhm.
and Christian Bale.
Wow.
It's pretty intense.
That's stacked. This is animated, so it's just their voices. Correct?
just voice
Okay.
acting. But regardless, it's gonna be great.
Christian Bale's going to be the star, right?
Yes, the
Yeah.
main guy.
I heard that audio of him, you know?
I didn't hear that. No,
I
but
don't
you
know,
did.
It's on TikTok. I don't know
Okay.
if it's from the movie,
Right.
but it's him, and he sounds really good.
Okay, sick.
Sounds like it's going to be a good
That should be
voice
good.
acting performance.
You said Willem Dafoe's in it?
yeah.
Well, I'm something of a scientist myself.
That was good.
That wasn't
Wow.
that wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I was just trying to, I'm as the Chris Ryan of the pod. I'm trying to just throw some vibes.
Yeah,
in there.
you're adding to it.
I'm something of a scientist myself. Not good. Continue.
No, that was great.
Thank you.
Hey, don't be ashamed. Just pitch in whenever you want. Okay.
Well,
with
you
the
know,
accents.
I'm just intimidated around you guys.
Sure.
I know I'm here for just vibes, basically, but we'll see if I can interject a little bit.
No, dude, we've wanted you on because you were excited for Killers of the Flower Moon
Thank you.
all year. So,
Thank you.
and you're a big Leo guy.
Oh yeah.
We don't trust anybody else's opinion that saw that movie with us.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get into that.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Okay, we're almost done here. Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. A lot of
Yeah.
that promotional stuff is coming forth. I don't even know the name of the movie because I'm just lost in every still and video that comes out.
Yeah.
I can't remember the
I think
name
it's like
either.
Anyone But You or
I don't
something.
think I've read the caption of any of those videos of Sydney Sweeney.
People were flaming the trailer, saying it was like one of the most ineffective trailers I've seen.
Really?
Because it just it doesn't paint any sort of story at all. It just
Yeah.
it just shows them being hot, basically, like on a boat, and
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
they're hot.
got me excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it for the plot. The plot is Sydney Sweeney. It's called Anyone But You. I checked,
Okay.
so we know a lot about it.
Costume designer did a fantastic job in this movie.
Yeah,
Dude, Glenn Powell is. Do you think he's more attractive as a man than Sydney Sweeney is as a
No,
woman?
definitely not.
I
He
think
looks
they're
kind of weird. He's got like prominent features, he's got a nice bod, obviously. But
Right.
his face is like shrunken. Don't
Well,
you think?
I
He's
think
got like a
that's-
little kid face, a little bit.
yeah. I think that's subconsciously the appeal, like a small face, small features.
Mm.
I think
that's
that's
like-
a man's face. You know what I mean?
You're into men, right?
You look at him like in Top Gun.
Yeah.
Everybody was more attracted to like Miles Teller than they were Glenn Powell in that movie, right?
Uh,
I think
Not
that's just
me.
because of charisma, honestly. Like,
You think
yeah.
so?
the whole vibe of like him being the good guy, and like Glenn Powell was kind of the antagonist in some
Right.
ways. But
That's probably true,
but I know what you mean. He's got like a weird. It's a very different look.
it is.
Yeah,
But him with his shirt off. I mean,
yeah. Were
They,
you?
like,
you know,
they
Are you
oil them
asking
up.
face or body? 'Cause I think-
both. I mean, both of them have great bodies.
Yeah. That's a different podcast. We'll talk
This is-
about that. Yeah.
That's Film Fixation After Dark.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's the one I'm going to invite Carlisle on.
Oh, she'd love to join.
She'll be good on that one. Deadpool 3 set to be delayed. We're just getting a lot of delays now because the
Yeah.
actor strike is still going on. And you sent this to me. Frozen, Tangled, Princess and the Frog, and Tarzan live-action Disney remakes reportedly in development. But again, probably not actually in development because of the actor strike.
Okay.
They're probably in the
Why
works.
are they just announcing it now then?
I don't know. I thought some of this was already known stuff, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I don't know.
News to me.
I'm pissed about that.
Really?
Yeah.
That they're delayed. Or no, they're in development.
Yeah.
They're in development.
They're in development.
Okay.
So you're good.
Phew.
Yeah.
They're
well,
yet to make a good live action remake of a Disney film.
What? Beauty and the Beast is fine.
Lion King?
No. Yeah, no.
People hate Lion King. I'm okay with it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I didn't
It's
see
shot
Aladdin.
for shot.
I
It's
saw
shot for shot.
Mermaid, the Mermaid movie.
Yeah, it was fine. Why
Did
didn't
you
like
see
that?
Did you see the live action
Then
for
like Aquafina's song.
Yeah.
what was it? Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off?
No.
You didn't like that one?
I haven't seen
You
it.
watched that one. It was good.
Need to do research on that.
All right.
What was Beauty and the Beast? Yeah, that was good.
Beauty and the
That
Beast
was
is fine.
Not
I
as
love
good as
Beauty
the
and the
original.
Beast.
I'll say that.
I think it's better.
I watched that in my apartment on a chapel TV for a P-Day activity on my mission.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Was it in Tree?
We did get subtitles in Tree.
Really?
Just to, sharpen up on the language a little bit.
Immerse yourself. Sure.
Sure.
Okay, well, that's all the news.
Okay,
So-
perfect. Okay. We're going to be getting into Killers of the Flower Moon today. Like we said, saw it last night. We loved it. Let me give you guys the synopsis. Okay. Directed by Martin Scorsese. When oil is discovered in 1920s Oklahoma under Osage Nation land, the Osage people are murdered one by one until the FBI steps in to unravel the mystery. It is sitting at a 4.3 average. Rotten Tomatoes score is at a 95, pretty sure. The audience score, let me just check that real quick, is sitting, it's probably lower, don't you think?
The audience score, I'd say so.
Yeah. So, okay, so it's shifted. It's at a 92 critic score right now. It used to be at a 95.
It was at it premiered at 97.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the audience score is 86. So,
gosh.
I can't imagine a critic not liking that movie.
I know.
Right.
This is like
It
made
just
for
doesn't make
critics.
any sense to me at all.
It's IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. That's surprising for them.
That is, yeah, those
than their
nerds.
usual 7.
Yeah.
And IMDb, it's sitting at an 8.4 out of 10.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody that we know gave it a 5. Literally everybody that's seen it. Kasen, you gave it a 4.5.
I did. I think you also gave it a 4.5.
4.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So why don't we just discuss our initial thoughts? What was our theater reaction to seeing this? We saw this with a big group.
Yes.
A bunch of our closest friends. Great vibe.
Yeah, it will not be happening again. I'll tell you that much. We're not at the Fixation Watching Club again.
Does it stress you out?
No.
It's
just over. It's done.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
You're a guest, but it was a nightmare.
Do you want to air this
It was
out,
a disaster.
or do you want to?
No, let's just keep it.
Keep it. Okay.
I just don't know if I don't know if I
can
can handle. I don't know if I can handle watching such a good movie
Mm-hmm.
and then walking out and one of my buddies just throwing a thumbs down. I was like, no, but we did talk about this. Like the past few times we've had big groups, we just stand around in circle,
Yeah.
and we're like, "What did everybody think?" And then everybody's afraid to talk about it. I want a more intimate group to,
Yeah.
discuss.
I just get nervous. I feel like people are trying to read me for my thoughts on the movie. And it's like it's a thought-provoking movie.
Yeah.
You really need to kind of sit and think about what you saw. And you don't get the same feelings from it that you usually do from a Martin Scorsese movie.
No, not at all.
I'm used to being just incredibly entertained the entire time, watching mobsters get whacked,
right?
And watching Leo dance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one, it was just incredibly important. It made you feel just kind of disgusted a little bit on what goes down. Makes you think about corruption, greed, and what drove these white men to do these horrible crimes, And yeah, it's just something you got to think about. It's a great watching experience. It's really long.
Yeah.
Multiple cramps. Spencer almost like pooped his pants. sounded like, I don't know, like he got up once, right?
Right.
And then
I was smelling something in the theater
something.
And you were on the
yeah.
other side of the
Yeah.
theater too.
from him. It was horrible.
And then Spencer kind of skipped out, kind of clutching his backside. You know,
Kind of like hobbling out.
Yeah.
No, but it is long, and I think that totally affects the viewing experience.
It does, yeah.
Because some people were saying like this could have been a series, which I don't think that would have worked. I think the pacing is such that it had to be a single viewing experience. We talked about this with The Irishman. Like the ideal viewing experience for The Irishman, even though it's a similar runtime, is one sitting.
Yeah.
But that being said, by the end of the movie, you're like, I don't remember what happened at the beginning of the movie. It's been so long, and there's been so much information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing about the length for me.
Yeah, it's a great point because I was trying to think about the movie scene by scene today.
Yeah.
Just reflecting on it. And I think I could maybe remember like 40% of the details of the film. And I mean, when I stood up after watching it, my butt was like the Everglades. I mean, it was a Florida swamp. I had so much butt swass. It was super hot. And I think that maybe like the IMAX was very beneficial for this movie, but I think it may be a movie I would enjoy more if I spaced it out over maybe a couple of days, like feeling a bit more comfy. Like I think I just started getting fidgety at the end of it and like hot and sweaty and then wanted to pee. And it was just a long movie, but it kind of had to be that way.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, there's the hour drive.
Yeah, that sucks. That was bad.
Austin and I were like cramped in the back seat of Spencer's small Volkswagen or Elantra. Yeah. So, yeah, just pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know? What were you going to say?
I can't remember now. Sorry, go on.
Well, what I want to say about the pacing, you bring up a great point. You know, it's meant to be seen in one viewing. With The Irishman, Martin's on record saying it's about the buildup of information over time, you know. And this one, Martin has said that he worked on the pacing for like a long time, you know, and he felt like he finally got it right. He kind of formulated this in the way of a song, you know, where it's like follows like beat for beat, how in the beginning it's kind of like a build up, you know, and then it gets quicker and quicker where people just start dying, you know, and there's a lot more going on towards the end of the film, you know, but it is about that build up. That's why you should watch it in one sitting. And that's why it's, you know, Martin intended it for people to watch it that way.
Right.
You know, but it is long. It'll be more fun to watch it on your couch.
Yeah.
You know,
with the air conditioning on.
Yeah. IMAX is an essential. I don't feel like it added really much to the movie, just in terms of like, I mean, it's, I don't know. I mean, Oppenheimer was like so immersive.
Yeah.
You know, and
like you needed the sound design.
Yeah. With the sound mixing and everything. But this, I mean, you'll probably get the gist of it, you know, what you need, like a regular screening. So
you make a great point about the buildup, and Scorsese can do that with like any length film. Like you think of Goodfellas, which is also, that's about 3 hours, almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
But a lot of his films, he follows his characters over years of their life. So like Goodfellas, Casino, Wolf of Wall Street, Silence, Irishman, this.
Yeah.
Like you're with these characters for years and you see them change throughout that. That's what I love about Scorsese is like, he's really good at tacking on information and you being there while these people like change from what they are into like these monsters pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
And so I like that in the long form because you just get that much more information and it makes it so much more worth it to stick with it, you know?
Yeah. I think that the one thing I noticed, maybe more than I have with any other movie, was how much the score contributed to the pacing of the movie.
Yeah.
And I watched a video of Martin Scorsese, as Austin
however
says.
you want to say it.
You've probably been to the island of Sicily, right? Is that how they said it there?
Not yet, but next year we'll go.
Okay.
And
that is an island, correct?
It is.
Wonderful.
We're going
Sicilia.
next year?
Yeah, we're going next year.
Oh, cool.
If you want to go.
That's where they used to banish, you know, people that were preaching the word of God.
Sure.
And, you know, exile them to that island. Anyway, Martin is Sicilian. If you didn't know that, found that out. Pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Cool.
No, I just think that's cool to be from an island and not from the mainland. Anyway, basically in this interview with Jimmy Kimmel, he was talking about the score and how influential it was to the pacing of the movie. And I loved the score. Like, he talked about how he really wanted it to be like guitar based, and like there was a lot of really cool guitar, and they kind of mixed it with like more Native American sounding music as well. And I thought it was really cool to help the build up throughout the movie. And I thought it was interesting because I think Martin Scorsese has been kind of blasted for some of his scores in the past. Like, I think people make fun of The Wolf of Wall Street because it's just like a random like array of songs that don't
just a bunch of needle drops.
Yeah,
all
don't
over the
mean
place.
anything necessarily. Where I felt like the score was very intentional with the progression of how I felt, at least watching the movie. I was like, it just like kept building the intensity throughout the entire 3.5 hours, and I really like that.
Yeah, great point.
There's that one song he's used like 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm talking about? He's used it like in The Departed and also The Wolf of Wall Street and Goodfellas.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Is it like a Bob Dylan
Something
song?
to Boss. It's like,
Oh, Dropkick Murphys?
maybe.
That's in The
Shipping
Departed.
out to Boston. Oh. Wait.
Wait, that's just in The Departed. But you're referencing a different song. It's like an 80s rock song.
It's in the beginning. It's like when they use the title, they bring up like the title to The Departed.
That's Dropkick Murphys. Or
don't they use that multiple times? He uses that song.
I don't know.
I feel like that
can't
could
remember.
definitely be in like The Wolf of Wall Street, though I haven't seen it. But
You should watch that. It's pretty good.
hey, brother, you get me on that VidAngel version of it? I'm there.
That'll shorten it to like 40 minutes.
I watched that the other day. I've always said like it only has like 4 real nude scenes. I watched that the other day. It's littered. Like you couldn't pick them out. Yeah.
Oh man,
you'll get there though.
One day.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah. I'm still at the point where if I see boobs, I get a boner, and that's problematic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So. You can cut that if you want.
No, we can keep it in. It's whatever.
Yeah. I just think I need to grow a bit more like numb to the idea of seeing a rack in my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the nice thing about Scorsese is he doesn't really do sex scenes, you know? He doesn't do a lot of nudity. That's an anomaly. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
If you watch any of his other movies, you don't really see any of that.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
no,
because
I
he's
don't
like hardcore Catholic?
Yeah, he's
Like-
gone through stages for sure.
I think there's like one real sex scene, and that's in The Departed, and that's it. And it's like not even.
There's no nudity though.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just brown panties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Still nice though.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else we want to discuss about this one?
There was a little bit of criticism that I saw online from people talking about how Ernest Burkhart was never in love with Molly. Like, that he was just genuinely a bad person, and he was totally in on it with King to take their money, and he cared about the Osage just as much as King did, which was not at all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I get that that's a valid criticism, especially if you are like an Osage person and you want the story to be represented well. But here's my thing. It's fictional. We've talked about this before. We talked about this with Oppenheimer. Like, you can't get all of your historical information from a movie. That's just not possible. And there had to be some stakes like that where you make Ernest Burkhart seem more human, seem like he's in love with Molly, so that you're actually drawn into the movie.
Yeah.
But that being said, I just wanted to acknowledge that criticism. There was also criticism that, like,
Well, can I address that real quick?
Yeah.
Because I listened to an interview from Martin where he interviewed actual like Osage descendants, people.
Yeah.
And he said he had like kind of a group meeting, and one of the people were like, saying that one thing that they have to get right in this film is that Ernest and Molly were actually in love.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, that's just what Martin like just believed,
Right.
He thought that was a fact, that they were actually in love. And he wanted that to kind of be like the heart of the film, and something that he made kind of the main story arc, because originally this in pre-production, when they're writing the script, they hadn't finished it. And this was originally supposed to be told from the eyes of the the FBI or what's the government
Yes,
agent.
yeah.
Jesse Plemons' character. And that was going to be Leo who was playing that part. And it was going to be another sort of like, you know, how they say white savior
Right.
type movie where he comes in, you know, gets to the bottom of these crimes. Kind of like, you know, No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how Tommy Lee Jones is kind of solving it, kind of like that. But they decided to scrap that. They thought it just wasn't a good idea. That's not how this story should be told.
Right.
You know? And that was such an important, like, decision that they had to make, you know? So they scrapped most of it, started over, and decided to tell it from the eyes of the victims, you know? And that's why Molly's character is so important. You have to know that, you know, she really did love Ernest for most of the movie, you know? And I feel like that was essential, you know? I feel like that's something that a creative choice that I think they got right.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
But I mean, in no way do they glorify Ernest in this movie. I don't think they humanize him a little bit,
right?
But he's an idiot.
Yeah, that's clear from the beginning.
He's gullible. You know, he can be influenced easily by everybody. You know, yeah, like you talk to the guy for like 5 minutes, and you can get him to like.
He's
not
just
testify.
a simple man. He loves girls and money.
No, love them all kinds.
I know.
Can I add to that, Jaron?
Can you what?
Just can I add to that quickly?
Yeah.
I think if you take away the aspect of them actually loving each other, like I don't know that there's much to go off of with the movie. Like
nothing.
Yeah.
From my perspective, the biggest thing that struck me in terms of like the movie's overall message was that even people with good intentions, people who actually do, in this case, love their wife, people with good intentions can be completely made into puppets by people that are persuasive and have power.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a message of like, kind of like a cautionary tale of like, if you're this gullible, like horrible things can happen. Like it just takes a split second of being persuaded by someone who is, you know, has charisma like his uncle did to do something horrible, like turn against your family.
Yeah.
And if you take out that love, then I don't know that his character necessarily works really at all.
It's a great point. And that's one thing that's followed Marty his whole career is people misunderstand his films. And I really just don't know how, but they misunderstand his films as like a glorification of these things.
Yeah.
Like Goodfellas, Henry Hill is meant to be like a self-deprecating, self-destructive character. Like that's very clear, but people think it's glorifying gangster life. Like I don't know how you come out of that movie thinking like gangsters are cool. I want to be a gangster. You know, like it ruined this guy's life. Same with Wolf of Wall Street. Like Jordan Belfort is like an idiot. He's super stupid and he's just lucky and he's the worst person in the world. It's not glorifying anything he does. Same thing with Ernest Burkhart. Like it's not glorifying it. It's just acknowledging it and, you know, building story around it and a cautionary tale, like you said.
Yeah. I also agree with that point. I think that, and there's a really important scene at the beginning where Will, that's De Niro's character's name, right? Will. Yeah. William and Ernest are talking. And I mean, Ernest doesn't really have any motivations. He just is moving back with his uncle, right? Wants to get a job.
Yeah.
And their casual conversation just about like women, that's just how it starts, you know?
Right.
Like, it seems like playful. I mean, people in the theater were laughing at how they were talking, you know?
Yeah.
Us included. You know? It was just, I mean, Leo's just a funny guy. He can just make anything seem funny, you know, with his.
Well, yeah, and they uglied him up for this role. Like with those teeth they gave him.
Fake teeth,
everything he did was funny.
That Florence Pugh frown, he's rocking that all the time.
It looked like he had chew in both sides of his mouth all the time. Like his cheeks were massive.
Yeah.
But, you know, De Niro's just like, you like money? He's like, oh, I do like that money. And it just like, that's just what started it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it a cautionary tale, how easily people can lose track of what really matters by like what they want, you know, like lust and power and greed and money, stuff like that. So that's I mean, that's a really good point. That's just what made me feel so disgusted, you know, just how easily this whole thing started. What seemed like you don't even know that Ernest is really in on it, you know? And then it kind of surprises you that he's the one who's like beating down the private detective, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, he's just like involved in this now. And it's like, it's just crazy, like the buildup of everything that went down, you know, how fast they lost, like, everything, I guess. I don't know.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it was a huge surprise to me because I went, excuse me, I went into the movie thinking that Leo was going to be the protagonist the entire movie,
right.
And the moment that switched and you saw clearly that he was a bad person,
Yeah,
obviously it was realistic according to history, and it's what should have happened. But it also just like made me so sad.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be able to root for him because he's almost lovable, like a child. Like you want to just like put your arms around him and be like, I'll guide you through all this stuff. You're kind of dumb. And then he just gets taken advantage of. And it just sucks to see that happen to such a good actor who you would like.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I love about this as well, is like, did you guys know about the Killers of the Flower Moon before this movie went into production? Did you know about this Osage stuff?
I did not.
No, I didn't want to do research on it. I wanted to just follow the story.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, had you ever heard of it just in normal life?
Yeah, no, I hadn't.
Not before the book was written or like the movie was produced.
Right. Like, the complaints about it not being accurate or not, portraying the Osage people or the Burkharts, how they were, I think is just kind of like a bad faith argument because this movie never gets made. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in. This movie never gets made if it's an all Osage cast, an Osage director, like people from the community heading it. But then we take the greatest filmmaker of all time and a couple of the greatest actors of all time, and they are able to amplify this story and reach like millions and make it known, So I think that's just, it opens a door for the industry.
Yeah.
Where like if Martin Scorsese can make a super successful and super nuanced film about this, imagine like the people within the communities, what they can do as well. So just that criticism of it being inaccurate or not portraying it well, I just think,
I hope
that's
it's
a really
successful.
good point.
Right, I hope so too.
I mean,
We'll see.
it's only been half a day since it's been out, but like,
with the Eras tour,
there was more people there to see the Eras tour, than there were to see Killers of the Flower Moon.
I don't know if
Which
anybody else.
no hate against Eras.
No,
okay,
Eras-
I haven't seen it.
Little bit of hate.
Carlisle attacked me twice at the premiere.
For like rating bombing it.
I did that for like an hour.
Yeah,
The review was up for an hour. I was just rage baiting some Swifties. I just wanted them to comment. I wanted to get an inflow of traffic to the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good intentions.
Great intentions. But I was like, I haven't seen it. And that, if I leave this review up, it's going to ruin my
Journalistic integrity,
journalistic integrity. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a flaw. It was in the moment, whatever. Okay.
Right.
I'm not going to talk about Taylor Swift on this pod.
I have a little bit of hate for Taylor Swift for the Eras tour in this movie because
we could hear it.
The emotional peak of this movie,
Yeah.
when Leo is breaking down, spoilers, in that jail cell, you can hear Taylor Swift music in the background. I was like, what the hell, dude?
You could hear the cult members stomping around in a circle.
You could hear the
doing that
fires
ritual
burning and
with
the
the
witch
big-
chants. Yeah.
I mean, depending on what song it was, it could have enhanced the scene.
It was when If I Was the Man, Then I'd Be the Man by Taylor Swift. I'm the
The
man.
one about like corporate, like if I was a
You want me to sing it?
yeah,
Yeah, please.
I could be complex. I could,
could
be,
be
cool.
cool.
I could be praised for all my good ideas and power moves. Right?
See,
I don't
that
know.
song doesn't
I
play
haven't
with that
heard
scene
that
very
one.
well.
No,
But
it
if it was
doesn't.
like,
It's a good one.
and baby, now we got bad blood,
Yeah.
and Leo's just falling onto the floor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could have worked.
It could have worked. Is Carlisle going to make you or going to invite you to go see it?
Well, she won't make me do anything. In our
Sure.
relationship, we don't do things by force.
Yeah, that's
and it
why I
goes both
correct-
ways.
Yeah, sure.
Unlike you and Grace.
Yeah, she's going to make me. And she said that Carlisle's going to take you.
I will see it to support her. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have very little interest in seeing it. But
Good to
are
know.
you on the same wavelength with that?
I'll see it because I love my wife for sure.
Yeah.
And because I love Taylor Swift. But
For sure.
I won't see it just because it's a concert. So I don't know.
Right.
You're not big into concert films?
He's not big
I'll
into
just wait for it
concerts.
to come out on. Yeah, no, I don't like concerts.
He's been to one
general.
concert in his life and he left early.
Was
Did
that
I?
Black Bear?
Yeah, it was.
No,
Yeah, you left early. Like an hour early. You went to the car.
it was raining.
Yeah, that was the
and
worst
it was
night ever.
like I was gonna die or something, dude.
You're probably secondhand high from all of the reefer in the
Yeah.
air
Yeah,
Crazy. It was
at
nuts.
the Black Bear
It was
concert.
in Colorado, man.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I did also leave the ABBA,
The cover band.
the cover band for ABBA at
We had
Southern
this,
Utah University.
It was like
go
homecoming
play
week and we
ball.
had a cover band.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, Jaron, ABBA's your first concert. That's so sick. And I look
ABBA
back and
cover
he's just
band.
like standing there with a straight face, and he's like, I'm gonna go ball. And he walks off and goes and plays basketball at like 9 p.m.
No days off.
I love ABBA, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just not a big concert guy, whatever. I've
Yeah.
never seen a concert movie. I don't know. I'll watch it when it drops on Prime or.
So
whatever.
are you familiar with the band The Talking Heads?
No, I'm not.
So they're a band from the 80s. They're a new wave band, and they just re-released their concert film like 3 weeks ago in theaters. It's called Stop Making Sense, and they like remastered it in 4K.
Okay.
It's one of me and my dad's favorite bands, so we were going to make plans to see it. But like, it's critically acclaimed of being like a very influential, awesome movie. And
You
I
want
just
me to
think with
come
concert,
with you and your dad?
yeah, I would love if you would join.
Okay.
Um,
I'll think about it.
I think the thing with concert movies is like, if you don't like the band or the artist, like you're just not going to like the movie.
I
that
like
much.
Taylor Swift. Okay. So,
Yeah.
What's my favorite album? The original, the debut.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Swift.
Self-titled album.
15, White Horse.
Yep.
Teardrops on my guitar.
Fearless.
Mm.
Oh, no. Damn it. I'm thinking,
Fearless. You're thinking Fearless.
yeah, I'm thinking Fearless. Fearless is my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Debut is good
Folklore
too.
guy.
Yeah. I don't think I've listened to Folklore all the way through. Did you see the guy dressed up in the Folklore outfit though?
There's some great outfits.
I thought
at
it was
the
a
theater.
It was a girl, and then turns around.
He looked
He's got
just
a
like
full
her.
beard, and he's like in his 50s or 40s.
He looked just like her. It's
Can I,
pretty hot.
can I say one thing about highlighting the fact, like highlighting a story that otherwise wouldn't have been told?
Oh, you want to get back on the topic of the movie
Well,
that we're talking about?
Hey,
Yeah, go ahead.
my brothers in Christ, I don't mean to derail, but I had something that's been on my mind, and I'm like, because I thought about that same thing today. I was like, how many niche American stories are going to be told now from the perspective of white people being horrible?
Yeah.
Because there's so, like, I even thought about, like,
Mountain Meadows Massacre.
I literally thought
Yeah.
about that today. I was like,
Yeah.
the church has a flawed history with Native Americans.
Yeah.
They could literally make a movie like about something similar to that, where I'm like, all these stories are going to be told that are going to be so enlightening about how we kind of just sucked for majority of our country's life, and
Yeah.
still kind of suck in a lot of ways. You know,
Yeah.
just it's sad.
I think it'll be, I mean, it's a great, not to take advantage of these horrible stories, but it's a great avenue for storytelling because they are all pretty compelling, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a fact of life that we don't really address here in the US that much is like, in movie storytelling, we talk a lot about like civil rights with whites and black people, but we don't really address these Native American stories, and there's just a wealth of them, you know? So I think it'd be great to see more of that.
Yeah. And that's why I love this movie so much. I think it's incredibly important. I think it's a right step in the right direction, obviously.
Mhm.
And I hope that it just resonates with people the way it has with a lot of us, you know, just making you think. And it's important to know history, obviously, so we don't repeat it, you know. And probably Marty's one of his most important movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Silence. It's a passion project for
Right.
Marty, you know.
Well, and we talked about this last episode. Did we do a Marty episode? Or what movie did we do
The
last week?
Irishman.
We did The Irishman, of
Yeah.
course. No, but we talked about how as he gets older,
Uh-huh.
his films are like a lot slower paced,
Yeah.
a lot more thoughtful. And it's like, this is an old man at the end of his life thinking about what life was really
Yeah.
about, you know? And like you said, it's really important.
Yeah.
You know?
And you could tell the very end of it, you know,
Yeah.
his cameo and the way he kind of just puts a period on everything.
I almost
you know?
cried.
That's
almost
where
cried.
I was
Yeah.
like, I felt like I couldn't move right there. Like I had to listen to everything he was saying. That was
Yeah.
like just an awe moment in the theater.
Yeah. I don't idol worship, but if I did, it would be Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
I like I felt the spirit when he came on
Really?
the screen, you know?
I was worried we were going to be too like fanboy Marty.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel like we've struck a good balance, you know, just
Yeah.
talking and, you know. But yeah, so we actually do like this movie. We don't just love Marty so much that we're going to like anything that he puts out, you know.
Yeah, no, like you said,
It's not my favorite Marty movie either.
No.
I mean, it's like it. Well, or what were you going to say?
I literally I was looking for stuff to nitpick,
yeah.
and there's not a single thing. I mean, there's not a single bad thing about this movie for me.
Okay.
Like,
Well, you
other
were
than Brendan Fraser. Brendan
Okay,
Fraser.
That's where I liked it.
You liked Brendan Fraser's Over the Top?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
That was entertaining.
It just took me out
It's
of it a
good to
little
see Brendan Fraser after his stupid The Whale movie in a good movie.
Look. I'm rooting for him. It was
Yeah.
just bad, I think.
I don't think it was bad. I think
Okay.
it was just it was a bit over the top. It
Yeah.
drew in your attention. It's something for the people.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
You look at Lily Gladstone's performance, which we haven't talked about much.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Let's
she
talk
deserves
about
all the praise in the world because she was going to quit acting.
Yeah.
She was on the verge of quitting acting, committing to a different career path.
She's gonna do IT.
Going to do IT.
Really?
Credit card in hand to pay for this IT course, and then she gets a call or a text from Martin Scorsese saying, "Hey, come back.
Mm-hmm.
We saw your audition," or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was worried going in that it was like she's getting all this praise, but when she's acting up against Leo, we're going to see a vast difference.
Yeah.
I was proven wrong. Like she, punch for punch, she acted at the level of Leo or beyond him in some
100%,
scenes,
She hung in there.
Whereas then when Brendan Fraser comes in, and the same can be said for De Niro and Plemons, they're at that level. But then when Fraser comes in, it's like a totally different league.
I thought it was funny.
The
way
It was
he
borderline
stands up
comical,
and we
dude.
get that shot like of him from the belly up.
Yeah.
I wish to discuss with my client. I thought that was just.
See, I was okay with that because that's like performative.
It makes the courtroom moment. I mean, it was. I just like
in that context, it works.
Okay.
When they're
In
at
the house, it was bad.
Yeah, at the house when he sits down and he's like, "What do you want, Ernest?" Like nodding to him.
I liked it when he turns. We get that.
you.
We get that. Yes, you guys didn't like that.
Tortured you.
So bad.
I can't see if you didn't like John Hamm in
No, yeah.
in The Town,
Yeah,
then
no.
you can't like Brendan Fraser in this movie because it's
Absolutely.
the same exact thing.
Same thing.
I think he's trying to scare him in that moment. He's trying to scare Ernest. That's what's going to work on him, because he obviously doesn't believe what he's saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's playing into the whole.
He's playing a character in that moment. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think so.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
He's taking advantage of once again Leo's like gullibility.
Yeah,
like I'll
right.
just believe whatever you tell me.
Take it back.
I take it. BF,
Okay.
if you're listening, we love you. We're glad you're back. Grew up on that Looney Tunes movie. You ever see that? That Brendan Fraser.
Michael Jordan.
Oh
No. What was that called again? Oh, Space Jam 2.
dude,
Yeah.
the Mummy Returns.
No,
The
no,
Mummy
no, no.
Returns. I literally watched that like once every 2 months growing up.
I love the Mummy
Yeah,
franchise.
he was hot. Like late '90s,
was
early
insane
2000s.
hot.
He was hot.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're glad you're back, BF. But you could have done better. That's all I'm saying.
You did a good job. Don't beat yourself up over these critics out there.
So oh sorry.
Well, I mean, sorry, I keep getting caught up on this. Well, you only had like a minute of screen time. A minute of screen time in the 3.5 hour movie.
Yeah, and he's
if
going for
Marty
the
told you
fences.
that, I'm going to take advantage of that.
That's
You
a
know
good
what I mean?
point.
That's
Like,
exactly how I
No.
would play it.
No.
I
I'm
want
doing
to
the opposite.
I want to give these audience members something to remember my performance by.
But do you want to be the conversation piece the day after where they're like, the one thing I didn't like about this perfect movie was your performance? If it's me
Hey,
and
we're
he
talking
says,
about it. We're talking
that's
about
true.
it.
If he says I have 3 minutes of screen time,
A minute.
I'm going to say, how's Leo acting? I'm just going to try to match him. And then I would
Yeah.
because I could.
Well, I mean, he was on set probably for like 2 days.
Yeah.
You know
He
what
probably got like 50 grand for that.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's the sad part.
Probably,
He
yeah.
just like got 50 grand to be an idiot. in that movie. I just I think you kind of just have to like get the energy from the movie and like match it like you said. And
Yeah. He okay, I'll give you that. It's a little bit out of place, but I'm not I thought it was fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I still liked it, even though it was out of place. He's in a different movie, but it's enjoyable.
It works.
I
It
don't
works.
know.
so what are your because like this is a 5-star movie for you, nearly perfect, correct?
Mhm.
For Austin.
Yeah, I just genuinely can't pick something that I didn't like about it. I mean, there are
Yeah.
things that maybe didn't like where I was a little bored,
Yeah.
but those moments were still perfectly executed.
They were necessary for
Yeah.
the development of the movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But having it as a 4.5 for you, like what specifically did it work for you in the movie?
There's nothing really that didn't work. First, when I got out of the theater, I was surprised by how my emotions were, because it's not how you expect to feel after a Martin Scorsese movie, unless you're watching like Silence, right? It's probably for the same reason, like Austin gave The Irishman a 4.5 star the first time he watched it, like right after. But then like a day after we thought and talked about it, it turned into a 5. I feel like that's the exact same thing that's going to happen with this. I don't have any problems with it at all. It's probably just my uncomfortability. 3.5 hours in the theater.
Yeah.
And not understanding most of it. There's a lot of names, stuff that you'll have to remember and dissect. But now that like I've thought about it, I'm like kind of replaying the movie in my head, over and over. And I'm not even just like in preparation for this pod. Like I can't stop thinking about this movie, and how important it is. But it's not my favorite. It's not my most entertaining Scorsese film out there. I mean, I just watched King of Comedy, and that just like worked wonders for me. I loved that. I think that's probably a more I'll probably return more to the King of Comedy than I do like this movie, And but I think it breaks the top 5. Martin Scorsese just sets such a high bar. If this was like 90% of other directors, this would be like their best film they've ever made. Their crowning achievement. So you know what? Probably is a 5. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah,
that's what Austin and I do. We just talk each other.
Yeah, we talk each other in scores
in certain ways.
Why are you holding back a 0.5?
Yeah, I think, and I know you guys aren't going to like this necessarily, and I don't have as much connection to Robert De Niro as you guys do. Like I haven't seen many of his movies, but I feel like he didn't necessarily fit within the culture and setting of the movie. Like I felt that there were times where he had an accent, there were times where he didn't have an accent, there were times where he appeared to be like very Southern gentleman, and then there were other times where he almost appeared to like kind of have that like Italian vibe of like being from the Northeast or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wish they would have gotten a bit more of a cowboy to play that role, as opposed to
I think somebody a bit more intimidating.
Yeah, I that's a good point. Like I wasn't ever scared of De Niro in this movie.
Yeah.
Despite his actions, like I wanted to look at him on the screen and be like, oh my gosh, he is intimidating. He's imposing.
Yeah.
And for me, I didn't feel that way. But like, it's not something necessarily that would, be a huge distraction in the movie. It was just like, oh, I thought they could have gotten someone better to play that role. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's a good point. And the fact that we knew that De Niro was going to be the villain going into this kind of added to how out of place it kind of felt. Because if it was a surprise that he was the bad guy, that probably would have been a bit more effective.
Because he appeared so innocent.
Yeah, because he appeared so innocent the whole time. Who would have been good is, what's his name? I love him. He's in Nocturnal Animals. He's Zod in Superman.
I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Do you know?
I don't know.
It's in The Shape of Water. The hell is his name? He's got really wide eyes.
He's he's so cowboy, and he's like big and
he's really ugly,
menacing. He's ugly, bro.
He's super ugly.
What's wrong with you?
He's what?
He's ugly?
No, I think so.
Why?
Like the way his face is shaped.
No.
He's got really wide eyes, and then he's got like these really thick lines down his. Look at this. Show him a picture.
Michael Shannon. Don't even know who you're talking about.
Michael
Shannon.
This guy. Okay. This is a bad picture of him.
Yeah, when you have to...
I've got IT on it.
She looks better in person.
He's like, oh my gosh, what else is he in? I recently saw him in a movie.
Bring up his Knives Out, Bullet Train, Shape of Water.
Oh, dude, he's bad.
He's in Groundhog Day.
I
don't remember that. Yeah, great actor. I love him.
He's fantastic.
Just saying, he's not
the hottest guy.
He's not the hottest guy.
No. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He's by no means ugly though.
Okay, he's a great looking guy.
He's tall. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
I wish.
A bit more imposing. So you guys genuinely loved De Niro in this role?
I mean, I just like De Niro. I don't know. It's hard for me to ever leave a movie and be like, De Niro wasn't doing it for me.
You should watch Cape
Unless
Fear.
It's Little Fockers or Meet the Fockers.
Or Meet the Fockers or Meet the Parents.
Or Meet the Parents.
He was in all three. Yeah. You should watch Cape Fear because he's really Southern in that.
Yeah,
he is. Excuse me. and that's a little over the top. And I watched that the day before. So then when I watched this and his Southern was like a little dialed back,
Yeah.
it felt more natural to me.
Yeah.
But also some of it might have been intentional.
Yeah.
Because there are some of those scenes where like we get a different perspective of Ernest, where I think maybe that, and I maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but I don't know, with Marty, maybe I'm not, but where William Hill, his character, is such like a chameleon, where he's this man of the community, he loves the Osage and he wants to help them, but the whole time he's a completely different person.
Yeah.
I could see maybe that was a creative choice to play a different character.
I thought about that,
but maybe not, because he's also 83 years old and
well,
maybe called it in.
He was the only man in the entire movie that didn't have like this type of accent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why was everyone else straight out of flipping like Appalachia, and like this guy was like completely buttoned up? And maybe I thought about him being historically, I don't know if he was like a transplant to the area. Maybe he wasn't even originally from Oklahoma. I don't know. But
he's from Texas.
De Niro?
Not in real life, like in the movie.
Yeah. William Hill.
He was from Texas?
From Texas.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his bio right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
1874.
But it wasn't anything that I would consider major. It wasn't anything that took me away from the movie. The only nitpick I have is simply when Leo was on camera, I was like completely captivated. Like I couldn't take my eyes off. And even Lily Gladstone.
Yeah.
When De Niro was on the camera, I felt like it was a time to like take a break and relax.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
You know, he
Come on.
What am I trying to say?
Sounded like me talking about that Sicilian island.
You know what? We should film our Cinema Paradiso pod in Sicily at the abandoned theater.
Was that at Sicily or Sardinia?
I don't know, bro. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think that was
I don't
Moldova.
Maybe, yeah. De Niro, De Niro and Leo both learned Osage, the language.
Yeah.
De Niro, they said, was practically fluent in it by the end of this movie.
Are you serious?
Osage, yeah.
Like, how many Osage people even still know fluent Osage?
I don't know. But
That's crazy.
It's a great question.
He's dedicated. But, yeah, that is a good point. What are you guys' thoughts? I know everybody is raving over Lily Gladstone's performance.
Mm-hmm.
Is it she's playing a character that's very stoic?
Yeah, very muted.
And I mean, half the movie, this isn't a criticism, just for the sake of conversation.
Just for the sake of conversation.
I mean, half the movie, she's bedridden.
Yeah.
She maybe speaks 3-4 words a scene. She does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really so like she's a lock for winning like best supporting actress? Do you guys think?
I wouldn't say a lock, but going back to what I said, every scene she's in with Leo, I'm like, this fits.
Yeah.
She's the same caliber actor, which is insane.
Yeah.
When she's like a totally new face to me, I'm a lifelong fan of Leo's.
Yeah.
When I can sit there and be like, these are the same caliber. And even when he first goes into her house for dinner and they're like sitting there waiting for the rain to stop so they can drink their whiskey,
Yeah.
Even then, I was like, Leo's clearly playing a character, whereas Lily Gladstone feels like very natural,
That's a great point. Yeah.
So I think in that aspect,
I agree 100%. The only thing I would say is that the character she's playing, it's not like 100% like Oscar bait.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's a great point.
Well, like her contemporaries for this, for that award would be like Emily Blunt and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, she
And
should
I'm
blow
like-
Emily Blunt out of the water.
Yeah, like it's
She
not even a
should.
comparison there. I'm like, maybe.
Where
I'm trying
was
to think
where was
of-
her like Oscar moment? I think it's at the very end when she's talking with Leo and she
she
kind of
like
tears
stands
up.
up to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is hard to say. I mean, I love when people get loud.
Mm-hmm. She never gets loud.
She
She's so-
she cries loud.
That was
That's not Oscar. Speaking of getting loud, when Leo is yelling at her for not taking the insulin, that was like my favorite part of
That's
the movie.
probably
Dude,
the
we
most
were like,
rewatchable.
We turned to each other. We were like,
Yeah.
we started laughing, dude. That was so funny.
Oh my gosh. When he's like in her face and he goes, "Ooh!" I was like, oh my gosh.
You stubborn bitch.
Yeah, you stubborn bitch. I was like, damn, this is Leo dialed up.
I love when he gets like that.
Yeah.
They've got to like make at least one scene every movie for him to just
Yeah.
go nuts like that. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when he's freaking out in the trailer, it's probably like my favorite
That's
Leo
like the
same
scene
kind of
of all
thing.
time. It
When
is.
he's going
Yeah.
to get the TV,
It's like,
right?
No, this is after he
makes it
like,
look like I didn't know practice the lines.
yeah.
Oh,
After
yeah,
he-
yeah,
When he
yeah.
runs in the
For
he
sure.
like throws his liquor bottle.
But that was all improv, huh?
Yeah.
So that's just Leo
It
being
was.
Leo.
Did you guys hear when he tried to improv on this movie that Martin Scorsese and De Niro like rolled their eyes, and there was like a big quote going around that they were like, "You don't need to do that, Leo."
Really?
Yeah, which kind of made me sad. I was like, "Don't like put him in a box." Like this
He
guy knows what he's
improv'd
doing.
the handsome devil line. You
Really?
know that? Yeah,
that
he
was like
did.
my favorite line of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, she also improvised like saying something in Osage in that moment. So he was like, "What was that?" It must have been Osage
Indian for handsome devil.
Yeah,
And that was a genuine laugh from her then, probably.
yeah, probably.
Because she
yeah.
giggled.
That was sweet.
It was nice when she would like giggle it when he
Yeah.
sang.
Their courtship, like the first 30 minutes of the movie of them just courting, was so beautiful. Like it made me so happy. The kiss in the car, like you could just tell they genuinely for a moment loved each other, and it was like so sweet to me. I really loved watching that.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
What time are we? We should probably get to the categories.
We're at 1 hour. So yeah, let's hit categories.
That's probably the longest.
Yeah.
we've ever
Sorry, fellas.
Hey, you're good. Hey,
No,
this
dude,
is great.
we'll
run through categories. We'll do our game, and then we'll do the draft. The draft will be quick.
Okay,
So-
yeah. All right. Favorite part.
Yeah, when Leo's freaking out.
That's your favorite part.
Screaming at her. No, I don't know. No, I can't say that because that's like the
That sounds
least
pretty-
sensitive part. That's like pretty messed up. I just love when he's yelling at that Indian woman.
It's just a Leo fanboy.
Just putting her in her place. No, dude, I really liked. I mean, I think it was a bold choice. The ending that Marty picked to do like that true crime presentation. I really liked that.
You did.
When Leo's testifying in court and he's just holding that frown and like his lips quivering.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
I wanted Brendan Fraser to get a little bit more, a
little more
lines
questioning
in that
time.
moment. Yeah.
I object. Yeah, those are some of my votes.
Okay.
What about you guys?
I was thinking about this today. I think when they first bring in Ernest for questioning, and he's like, he has to stand. You know,
Yeah.
he's so uncomfortable.
He's just
Yeah, and then with the fly, there's like an actual fly on set. And he's just like smacking at it. And then he, starts lying.
Right.
He's just like, no, I didn't talk to Blackie and, about the car and everything. And then once they get that whole testimony out, and then the Blackie just comes in through the back door and he's like, can I talk to him alone for a moment?
that conversation between the two was incredible.
That was great.
I know, yeah.
That's great.
Blackie gives a great performance in
Yeah.
this movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like the casting was so good that everybody seemed like a part of the world, like super believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be
Except
an
for
Oscar for casting, don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is there not one?
No, there's not.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I know.
because this would win, no doubt. Just
Yeah,
with the
definitely.
percentage of people that were actually Osage.
Mm-hmm. They casted this movie like before COVID hit.
Really,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
I remember in 2019 when we had just moved into together, we were talking about this movie.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
I know,
4 years
right?
later,
That is
we're just now
bonkers.
seeing it.
dude, that is so crazy. Wow.
Kay's favorite part?
I know this is pretty hokey, but their wedding I really loved watching because it was before crap really hit the fan, and it was just this brief moment where it felt like the white culture and the Native American culture were like intertwined peacefully.
Yeah.
And I thought it was actually going to be like a community that actually succeeds with this like integration of two groups. For a moment, I almost felt like I thought it was going to be like that community versus some outsiders that were trying to hurt them, as opposed to like people coming within and hurting the Native Americans.
Right.
And it was really happy. Like I just felt joy watching that, and it was really sweet to me.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's a great part.
Along with that, I did love that like theme that persists through the movie of, do you see the wolves in this picture? You know, like it's an invasion from within,
Yeah.
So that's what makes it harder.
Which at that point I just was totally unaware of.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I really loved that. I loved the conversation that you mentioned between him and Blackie. And, I think this is actually a 5 for me.
Except
Really?
I'm just going to say it out loud. I want it on the record that I'm going to change my letterbox score to a 5.
Beautiful.
I'm thinking about all the scenes, and I'm like, there was so much good stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. Like,
Should we
I
go
can't
see
imagine
this
this not
again?
being a near
I would
perfect
go see it
movie.
again. No problem.
Yeah.
I just can't point to a negative.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no.
Okay.
Should we decide on one, or should we all just have a
Well,
separate?
next thing is least favorite part, right?
Yeah. You guys can't say what I think you're going to say about least favorite part.
Brendan Fraser's he's not included in this.
Yeah, he's exempt.
Why?
Because we can't say
Because
it.
it's so good.
Yeah.
His performance.
I
That
really,
like shocked me when that was your guys' thoughts in the when we were in that circle, you know? You guys were all like just hating on Brendan Fraser. I'm like, oh, what?
I really like this guy.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Well, one thing that was funny about that, Carlisle turns and she's like, "Is that Spider-Man?"
Toby.
I think she meant Tobey Maguire. I don't know.
She knew who it was.
I think she was messing with me.
Yeah.
Brendan
Because
Fraser?
everybody gasped. Yeah.
Confuse it with Tom Holland or
Yeah. That's a close comparison. No, but that kind of took me out. And then I was
Tom
primed
Holland
to
would have been
just-
good in this. What do you think?
As William Hale.
Brendan Fraser's part, William Hale.
He's too short, dude. I don't think he'd work.
I'm not a Tom Holland fan.
Neither is
whatsoever.
this guy. He's just messing around.
Joking.
I honestly don't have a least favorite. Like I can't think of a specific scene that really I didn't enjoy. Honestly,
I felt the drag when there was the fire around King Hale's house. It just kept going to that really artsy shot of them like putting the fire out or digging or whatever, and that horse like walking back and forth. I was like, come on, like let's just get through this. That was the only thing.
Yeah, we talked about this on the car ride home, but I liked that scene. I just thought I was just in awe of like how did Martin like do this shot? You know, where you see it like through the heat waves, and everything's all like swirly and cool. I was like, wow, that's like probably my favorite shot of the movie, honestly. But yeah, I mean, he's like deciding for a long time whether or not to put the poison or whatever in her insulin, and the backlit, like the windows do look kind of weird. Feels very like a set.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Which again, that's like super nitpicky.
Yeah,
that's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Anything else we can think of, or no? Okay. Most literally me character. What do you guys think? That's tough.
This is one of those where you don't want.
You don't like.
I think Jesse Plemons. I want to believe I would do the right
like
thing here.
On watch.
Yeah, seriously, you're on a list if you want to be Leo in this movie.
I mean, I can't think of one person. Maybe the guy that wanted to adopt the kid so he could kill him and get their
That's
money.
crazy.
Yeah.
That scene.
No, that's
Can we
what I'm
talk
saying.
about that scene?
Right.
Sarcastically, I'm just like, there's literally no good person in this movie to pick.
I think I would want to be the native dude who works for the FBI that like infiltrates the Osage, and he's just like the cool hot guy, and everybody likes him.
Yeah, dude.
That's who I'd want to be. You know?
For sure.
Unfortunately, that's not me. You know,
Dude, that scene
Don't
was
sell
so
yourself
funny
short,
with
kid.
when he's talking to the guy about like, you know, if my kids die,
oh yeah,
do I inherit their like head rights or whatever? I did not expect the lawyer to just be like, you do realize this indicates to me that you're going to kill your children. It's like,
well, no, I won't.
He's like, not if it's not legal.
And I won't get their money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know that Sally Bugs from The Irishman? That guy. The guy he's talking about the fish with Jesse Plemons in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
With the big eyes.
Right.
Or the big glasses. Yeah. So pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Irish reference. The Irishman, you know.
Yeah.
Irish.
Uh-huh. Okay. Who should Ryan Gosling have played in this movie?
Lily Gladstone.
Think so, yeah. That would have been
Molly
nice.
Burkhart.
It would have been more believable, like Leo and Ryan Gosling falling in love too.
Would have been way more progressive.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
No, he could have played Leo's brother.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
isn't he an older brother?
I don't know.
I think he said my older brother.
That would make sense.
Byron?
Mm-hmm.
But like two hot guys in the same family. The guy who did
He could have been
the guy who
Jesse
played-
Plemons. He could have been the
Yeah, that would have been cool.
the detective. Yeah.
Has Gosling been in a cowboy movie?
Barbie.
Non-Barbie cowboy movie?
Blade Runner. It's
any
kinda
sort
like
of western?
kind of a sci-fi western.
Yeah.
You know, he's hunting down the replicants. You know, but it's not really. You know, but he should be in a western.
I mean,
Place
he could
Beyond
fit
the
that
Pines
role.
is kind of like a modern, like he's a bank robber that rides
Yeah.
on a dirt bike. That's pretty
Yeah.
I think he has a little bit too much work done to be in a western now.
Yeah, it's like that thing where you can tell if people have looked at an iPhone. You know,
Yeah.
they have that face.
Yeah,
They have an iPhone face.
he did good in that GQ
That's what I'm
Photoshop.
saying.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
I see
holy
those pictures
cow,
and I'm
yeah.
like, he could play any of these roles.
That's a great point.
He's
Holy
so
cow.
hot. His hair in that is so cool.
Yeah.
To me.
It's like
Yeah.
still bleached from Barbie. And
Yeah.
It's kind of grown out.
You're
oh
speaking
my
our
gosh.
language, man.
Yeah, dude.
Man, daddy.
Okay. What scene would you most want to be there for? This is a
I like the wedding.
The wedding.
I'd love to
yeah,
be
that'd
there for the wedding.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
wedding. That'd be cool. Or play that stick hockey game that they're doing.
Yeah.
Do they play that at the wedding? That's outside
Yeah.
the church. It's
Just
like
outside
after
there, yeah.
church.
That first scene where they're just dancing in the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that, and then I would die because I don't want oil all over me.
Probably poop in that oil.
Yeah,
Could
there's
you
poop
imagine?
in that oil.
Yeah.
There's also
Smell
just
like
oil in
Spencer.
that oil. Yeah. Not a fan.
Also, like the little FBI meetup where they all like get together by the oil derricks to share their information.
Yeah.
I'd like to be there.
That was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Another category. What's the blanking?
I don't know. You're supposed to have the notes.
I know, dude.
You're the bill.
I just can do this off the dome now. I
Yeah.
have them here though.
Evidently not, dude.
Whatever.
We need to ask our fans for new categories.
Best quote.
Yeah.
Best
Best
quote.
quote.
Oh man.
I could think in the moment, but
I know there was one where I was like,
where
That's
like
gonna be
I
it.
tagged them
Yeah.
in my head.
I think some of the conversation with Blackie, some of the insults he says towards Blackie, where he's like, "You look," he didn't say numbskull, but it was a lot of those like similar words where it's like a third grader would say that.
right.
It's like, you can't get that through your thick head. That whole conversation, I was like, that's pretty quotable, but I mean, I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Anything from Ernest's freak out at Molly that you want?
Other than the slurs. Yeah, no. I know De Niro said something really profound that I tagged. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember. So
I know it's tough.
This is kind of off topic slightly, but did you guys for any moment think that John guy, the guy that killed a Native American he was supposed to shoot him in the
yeah.
back of the head, or front of the head, shot him in the back of the head. Did you guys think that was Fergie from the town
Yeah.
for a second?
Yes,
We literally talked about it. in
He
the
turned to me and he
theater.
goes, "What's that guy from?" And I said, "That looks like Fergie, but I think the actor's dead."
He's dead. So
Yeah.
I was super confused they looked identical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I thought he was just going to take that Osage man out to the wilderness and get him all doped up, all good and proper.
Yeah.
But that scared me for a second.
No, yeah, like he's back from the dead.
Yeah.
That should be your like your Chris Ryan impression. Do like a Fergie impression every time.
Every
you come
time
on.
you
Every time
How
we
he
come
does.
on, that's
how
like
he
my-
does Wayne Jenkins.
I'd love to do a Fergie impression. I'll
Okay,
perfect
good.
it.
Always like be thinking about what Fergie you're gonna do.
What Fergie would say in the situation.
Yeah. That's such a cool character. I
Fergie?
mean, just like, yeah, Fergie, and also just the guy in the movie who we don't know who he is.
Killer's the fireman.
John.
The guy that's
John,
super
yeah.
poor.
No, the guy who like does the hits, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Get your pencils."
Yeah.
I just think his look is just so cool for like westerns.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that cool scar on the side of his face.
Kids were ugly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, goes back to like perfect casting.
yeah,
totally believable.
Okay, life lessons. Don't marry for money.
Yeah. Yeah. Full stop. I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say be careful who you like intimately surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought about this in my real life, and I'm like, there's like good men that work for horrible people and then end up doing those horrible things. Like I've seen those men in my life, and it's like a slippery slope, you know.
Mhm.
Not that you're gonna like kill people, but like petty stuff, petty crime, stuff like that, where it's like that stuff's like not that hard to do, you know.
Yeah. It's a great point.
Yeah, I think that should be the main takeaway. Any facts about the production you guys want to bring up? We've kind of riddled a little bit.
Yeah. No. I mean, just all the Osage casting.
Mhm.
Like you said, they totally rebuilt the story.
Yeah. And I think that last shot was like a lot of the Osage people that were
Yeah.
in the movie. So that was
Very cool.
Okay. And I also mentioned how this was an entirely different movie and they kind of scrapped it and rewrote it. from a better perspective. Okay, should do that. So we're gonna play a game.
Jaron, can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
Before this is my last
Sure.
Killers related question. Did you guys like this or Oppenheimer more?
Oppenheimer was more of an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was like objectively a little bit better for me.
I think I'm gonna like this more.
Which do you think will win Best Picture? Because I think it's
Oppenheimer.
Dude, you think so?
I think so.
I don't know,
It's
honestly.
tough.
I hope this wins, but I think Oppenheimer will win. Just like all the hype that was around
Just the
it. It's already got a
experience of it,
pre-built
yeah.
Oscar campaign, whereas
Yeah.
like
With the
Killers
Barbie
kind of has
stuff.
to start from zero.
What if
as much as
Barbie
you can.
wins?
Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, just to think that I honestly think we could look back at 2023 and consider it one of the better movie years of.
Yeah.
I mean, like people talk about like 2007, like when No Country came out.
Yeah, that was
That
insane.
came out with other. I think There Will Be Blood may have came out the same year.
They were filming at the same time.
Yeah.
And just that year specifically, like people talk about 2017. I think that was La La Land. Could be wrong on that.
2016 was a
2016
great year. Yeah,
But I think like
And 2019.
2019.
2019. Imagine how many good movies have come out this year, and there's supposed to be like Napoleon's still going to come out.
Yeah.
Uh,
The Killer.
The Killer, like all these
We
movies.
could have had Dune too. This
Wonka.
could have been like solidified. Oh yeah, and Wonka.
and
Dude,
Wonka.
yeah.
This could have been solidified as like a great movie year, like
Yeah,
already.
if Dune came out,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but I think it will be.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's a
It
great
wasn't an
question.
interruption, man.
Thank you.
Hey, never apologize.
I seriously love you
Understand.
guys, and I'm just so nervous to be here. Both of you guys are like 6 inches taller than me. You could physically hurt me if you
Sure,
want to.
No, dude.
And we're going to. As soon
Okay.
as camera cuts.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game right now. I'll explain the parameters real quick. So,
Okay.
What was that, dude?
I was just, hey, I'm just ready for the parameters.
Okay, so I'm gonna name an actor, and then once I name an actor, somebody else will go in turns. We'll say Austin's next. He names a movie that actor's been in, and then Kasen will name an actor from that movie, and so forth. For example, let's say I say Liam Neeson. Austin then says
Phantom
Star
Menace.
Wars Phantom Menace.
Sure.
You say
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
McGregor, yeah.
Then I'll say
Let's keep Star Wars out of this. I'll struggle.
then I'll say
Train
Moulin
Spotting.
Rouge.
Yeah, Moulin Rouge.
Then it's your turn.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I would say this TV show called Lioness Special Ops.
And then,
Dude.
you would lose because that's a TV show.
I know.
Or the movie Lion. She's in Lion.
Lion.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. She's the mom.
And then I would lose because I haven't seen that.
I would lose.
Dev Patel.
Dev Patel. Yeah.
Green Knight.
So I would.
I'm out. Wait, are we officially playing the game?
that was
Okay.
practice.
Okay. So
You guys are gonna destroy me.
Dude, you
But I'm here.
You were keeping up. You could have said Alicia Vikander, and then he could have said Ex Machina. Then I could have said Oscar Isaac. Then
And
you
I
could have
would've
said
said
Dune.
Dune.
Then he could have said Timothy
Timothée
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Then I could have said
Little Women.
Little Women. Then you could have said Saoirse
Saoirse
Ronan.
Ronan.
Then you could have said Lady
Little
Bird.
Women.
We already did Little Woman.
Oh, we did.
Yep.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Lady Bird.
I can't think of any other. Oh, well, no, we've already done Timmy.
Who's that? Who's the? There's the hot chick that's also in Cha Cha Real Smooth. What's her
Yeah.
name? I can't remember.
Anya. Something Olsen. I can't remember.
I'll look it up. But that was just practice, so it didn't
That's
end
an
on me.
example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Austin lost. So now it's me and you.
I was
Just
doing
kidding.
that by myself.
Let's do like a few. Like, let's just not eliminate me right off the bat. Let's
Okay.
just do a couple
No,
fun rounds.
We're gonna go super
Well,
obscure.
I'm
quick.
gonna.
Oh.
I won't. Okay, let's start with the most general actor we can think of. Our favorite in the theme of this pod, Leonardo DiCaprio.
The Departed.
Matt Damon.
The Martian.
Oh wow, I don't know. Oh, Jessica Chastain.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay, I'll keep going. The Help.
Emma Stone. Emma Stone.
Mhm.
She's in that. I haven't seen it.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Andrew Garfield.
The war movie or
Hacksaw
Silence.
Ridge.
I'll say Silence.
Silence.
Don't say it for him,
Okay.
dumbass.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. The Black Klansman.
John David Washington, your favorite guy
The
ever.
creator.
Yeah.
You
Who
got
else
it.
is in that? Oh, Ken Watanabe.
Inception.
I almost did Leo again.
I could get this.
You
I'm going to chime in.
Oh, Cillian Murphy.
Nice.
Should we keep going until like I can't, or is there like a time limit?
We can just keep going.
Within
You guys keep riffing.
Within
This is
reason,
good.
yeah.
And then we'll
So who
get
did-
to a point where one of you is 100%
What did you say?
I'm kind of giving you softballs. Cillian Murphy.
Okay, Oppenheimer.
Okay. Emily Blunt. Wait, now this is just me naming
Edge of
actors.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Tom Cruise.
That's true. Yeah. Yours is easier.
It
I
is.
don't know.
It's a lot easier.
Is it? Okay.
Tom Cruise.
Should I say one you don't know?
Sure. Yeah. Go.
Let's think. Okay. Jerry Maguire.
I genuinely don't know.
He's out.
Who else
You're
would
out.
be in that? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No.
Jaron, you won, man.
Sweet.
I love this game.
This
I'd
is
love to
pretty
play.
fun.
I'd love to play it another time. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
keep
do a couple
going.
more
Okay.
rounds.
You can start us off.
Oh, movie or actor?
Either
Whichever
one.
you
pick.
All right. No Country for Old Men. I said that really weird. Let me say that one more time.
Okay.
No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
Javier Bardem.
Skyfall.
Oh my freaking heck! James Bond. Daniel Craig.
There you go.
Knives Out.
Ana de Armas.
I can't do James Bond again.
You could.
You could.
I could.
Mhm.
I thought
Sure.
we can't
You
do
could-
the same movie.
That's a different movie.
It's a different movie. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. James Bond.
Well, you have to say the name of the movie.
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
There you go.
Who's the villain in that? Is that Ewan McGregor? No, he's the other black mask guy in Birds of Prey.
No Time to Die. You know.
Oh,
the
but
villain
he's
in this.
no. Who's the Egyptian guy? Is he in that? I haven't seen this.
Yeah, he is.
You
can
Rami
also say-
Malek.
Okay, yeah.
There we
Rami
go.
Malek.
Jeez.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I have not seen that.
I'm sorry. Let me say another one.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
for the sake of Night at the Museum.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Dan in real life. Night at the Museum too.
Robin Williams.
Good Will Hunting.
Matt Damon. Sorry, I'm like 2 steps behind
Okay.
Matt Damon.
I won't repeat. Air.
Ben. Oh my gosh, the town. What can I not think of this? I'm like really nervous right now. Holy cow. Okay, calm down. Ben Affleck. Holy
Nice. Justice League.
Gal Gadot.
cow. I honestly don't know who that person is.
She's Wonder Woman.
She's an Israeli actress,
that's
so
enough.
that's amazing.
It shows.
we see
you know.
we see where you stand.
No, it just shows that I have never seen one Marvel movie in my existence.
You'd know her, and it's not Marvel. She's not Marvel, but you know what she
DC
looks like.
Comics.
Sure.
I'm out. All right, I'm out. You
No.
guys- no, guys, I love this.
Wait, give him a different Justice League. Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Okay, Dune.
Timothy Chalamet.
Lady Bird.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, nice. Grand Budapest Hotel.
Ralph Fiennes.
Don't know who that is.
He's
Voldemort.
Oh, James Bond. Skyfall. Actually, sorry,
No.
No Time to Die. Oh, we've already.
Is
done
he
it.
in that?
Yeah, he's the head of. He takes over for
Oh,
M
yeah.
as like
Yes,
the head
yeah.
of the secret agency.
Okay, No Time to Die.
Wait, did we already
MI6.
do that?
That was last game.
That was last game?
Yeah.
Oh, then I can do Daniel Craig.
The girl with the dragon tattoo.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good one that I have not seen.
Layer
Okay.
cake.
Say that again.
Layer
No.
cake.
It's
Hey, you pros, take it away.
okay.
No, this is
Okay,
fun.
girl with the dragon tattoo, Austin.
Rooney
go.
Mara.
Her.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joker.
What's Zaza Beats?
Deadpool 2.
Ryan Reynolds.
The Proposal.
Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I don't know
I
anybody else
gotcha.
in that. Yeah,
I haven't
sorry.
seen that though. I feel dirty.
Okay, yeah,
saying
go
that.
do a
So I'll
different
say another one.
This is so stupid.
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side. Oh yes.
Oh,
You know what's
no,
sad
I
about
said,
it?
Oh, I set you up. Real
Oh, Tim
well.
McGraw.
Damn it.
What else has he been in?
Okay, I need to do that.
Seriously,
Yeah,
those
no,
are the-
no. Friday Night Lights. Gotcha.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, it is.
I thought that was a TV series.
No, there's a TV series. There's also a movie. Friday
Okay.
Night Lights.
You got me.
Okay, I got you. You could have said, what's her name? She abused Johnny Depp.
Oh, Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hey, every time I come on, can we play this game?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
I think
Well,
we should
if
just
I'm
do
invited,
this.
invited for a third time, that
No,
is.
of
Well,
course.
yeah. We'll see.
Okay, that was
No
fun.
problem.
Okay, you want to do one more or get into the
Let's
draft?
do one more round.
Let's do one more.
here.
Yeah,
Let's
do it.
Okay, you start now.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson.
Black Widow.
Jeremy Renner?
No.
I see. I know nothing about
Well,
Marvel.
don't do Marvel.
But he's like the
Oh.
Archer guy.
Yeah, but he's not
Yeah.
in that.
He's not in Black Widow.
Yeah. He's not, is he? Unless
I'll
he's
say
in a
another
flashback.
one. I'll say
yeah,
another
just do a
one.
different
I've not seen
Marvel
Black
movie
Widow.
and he'll get it.
No, wait, no.
Just do
Marvel
Civil
movies?
War.
No, just do a different Marvel
Okay,
movie.
Civil War.
Jeremy Renner.
The Hurt Locker.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh. I know his name. Guy Pearce. I had to say that.
I don't know if
That's
I
the
know that
only
guy.
other guy I know.
I'm out. Yeah.
He's in Iron Man 3.
Robert Downey Jr.
So you say Iron Man 3. You say
Iron Man 3.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
7.
Brad Pitt.
Gosh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Margot Robbie.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Let's go.
John Berthal.
Yes. Spike Jonze.
Spike Jones.
Mm-hmm. He plays Steve Madden.
Oh, I don't know. I lost.
Shoot, you're
What else
out.
is
I guess
Ryan?
it's just me and Austin.
He's
now.
also in Moneyball. He's a director, but he sometimes pops up in, like, he directed Her and
Who
Being
is
John
he in
Malkovich.
Moneyball?
He's the ex-wife's new husband.
That guy sucks in that movie.
Yeah.
He plays John Madden as well. That
No,
seems
he-
like a different
John
guy.
Madden.
He
Or
plays
Steve Madden.
Let's see, Steve Madden. I'm pretty sure it's Spike Jonze.
I don't know.
Wolf of Wall Street. If
We're-
I'm wrong,
we're playing
I'm
right now?
really embarrassed.
I feel like such a sore loser, like having a fact check.
Let's see.
Because that is 100% a different guy in Moneyball.
Wait. Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
Okay, you know what? He's not Steve Madden, but he is in that
Okay.
movie. Sorry.
So who is he?
He's Dwayne. He's like
Yes,
the
he's
guy
the
who
guy
works
who
the
sells
penny
penny
stocks.
stocks.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was way off. So I mean that we can keep going because I was so off.
All right. Yeah. Take it away, Jared.
But
do
you
it.
were right, though.
I was right that he's in the movie, but I feel bad about taking that because I was like,
Okay.
yeah, he's Steve Madden. So
Okay, I guess I'll stay in.
yeah, stay in.
Uh,
I wanted to stump you, but then I felt bad about it.
well, you did. You did. You
Sure.
were right.
Okay.
But if you feel
make
dirty,
this a little bit
if you
more
feel
cutthroat,
dirty, I'll
boys.
stay in.
Yeah, let's. Kasen likes the cutthroat.
I love when you guys argue.
Really?
You guys are so fun when
We
you argue.
usually don't.
I know.
I-
One
I
episode
left-
where you did was amazing.
I left the creator pod feeling sick to my stomach. I didn't want to post
Really?
it. Yeah.
I
just
felt like
don't
when
fighting
neither
with
of
you.
us like articulated how we really felt.
I was so frustrated I couldn't even. Anyway,
It was
I
my
have-
favorite. It was one of my favorite podcasts you guys have
Really?
put out.
Really?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it.
I have the
more like that.
creator poster behind me.
in my parents' home.
If you guys
It's
can,
disgusting.
yeah, you guys can see it's right above my Halo 2 poster, which is sick.
That is sick.
Okay.
That's a very cinematic video game. So it's warranted.
Is Halo 2 your movie? Do I have to go off that?
Yeah, can you?
No.
Cortana. Okay, do we keep going or?
Yeah, you're up,
Yeah,
dude.
let's just keep.
So Moneyball.
Yeah. Wait. So I
You say
said
Spike
I said
Jones.
Spike Jones. So you go Moneyball.
Moneyball.
We've already done Brad Pitt. Chris Pratt.
There we go.
Oh jeez. Zero Dark 30.
Ooh, I love that
Jessica
movie.
Chastain.
That's the ginger, right?
Mhm. We said one of her movies last game.
Ex Machina.
No.
No. This. I get the redheads mixed up. Is she in Interstellar or is she in
Yeah.
The Martian or is she in?
She is
She's
in.
in
She is in
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Okay, in The
Interstellar.
Martian.
You got it.
And the
Matthew
Hope.
McConaughey.
Which one do I want to say?
This might stump Kasen.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I have not seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's your Matthew McConaughey movie?
I was trying to think of one that.
I mean, he was a rom-com guy for like 15 years.
First,
It's
I
hard to
thought
pick
like
one
Dallas
that's-
Buyers Club,
Well,
Time to Kill.
I know we're being cutthroat, but I could do somebody else from Interstellar.
Who?
Anne Hathaway.
I could say that too. I could do that.
No, but I'm the actor.
Oh,
So I'm saying it's hard for him because he probably hasn't seen many more Matthew McConaughey films.
I actually have. I've seen a few.
Oh, okay, there we go then.
Okay, Sahara.
okay.
Okay, then I'm
I haven't
stumped.
seen
I'm
that.
done.
Well, no,
Great.
Zoe Saldana. You
Zoe
can say that.
Saldana's in Sahara?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say that. Why are we just giving them to each other now? That's stupid.
Well, let's wait for us all to get stumped.
Well, that would be impossible because one of us has
You
to
think it
know.
would?
One of us has to know one actor.
I could say a movie where I know nobody else in the cast and nobody else, and like,
Me as well.
yeah.
Yeah, like Chinatown. You know anybody other than
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. That old guy. He's also in The Exorcist.
Oh, he's also in Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but that guy.
That guy.
You guys can play this with someone that's a bit more knowledgeable. Hey,
No,
I'm
this
just
is
kidding.
great.
I don't know
at
anybody
the-
else that would be.
I'm at the birth.
You're our most knowledgeable film friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'd argue Zach, maybe.
Or Nick Hender, if we can count him. But
Nick
I haven't talked to him
Hender, yeah.
since I rented a car from him.
Tristan also too.
Yeah. Tristan was
Teton.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
was
Thank
fun.
you, guys.
Did we lose?
I lost every round.
Hey, dude, I lost at Sahara. If we're being technical,
Yeah,
Sahara got to
we'll
me
do
and I
that.
lost.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
we all got losses.
So I won.
Thanks
Just
for
kidding. I lost.
changing the
I
rules
lost
for
to
me.
Spike Jones. Okay, perfect. All right, it's time for the draft. Kasen, you're a guest. You can have the first pick. Why don't you flip a coin? I'm gonna do tails. Who goes second?
Oh, the Wi-Fi is so bad down here. It's not even gonna. Okay, tails. Wow, you were on
Yeah,
a real
thank you.
streak, Jer.
That's crazy.
That's great.
We are going 5 movies each, correct?
Yes, sir. And Killers is available.
Is available. All right, for the first pick, I will do Don's Plum. That's a movie about the Pussy Posse.
Okay.
You familiar with Leo's Pussy Posse in the 90s? That's what they were called, brethren. That's Hollywood.
I thought you were gonna take Critters 3. So that's a
No.
surprise.
So for my first pick, I will take The Departed.
Okay.
Okay,
Good pick.
you're going to win then, huh? You're going for the win.
I think I'm doing a mix of movies I love and going for the win. Because last time when we did this, I got my arse kicked because I picked movies
that's
I
true.
loved.
That is true. Okay, Jer.
Okay, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I gotta. It's one of my top 5 or 6 movies, so I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna do Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Another Tarantino. Got the poster right here. It's not up yet. It will be. So, and I'm on the turn, right?
Oh yeah, you're in a good spot.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot we're doing Snake. I was like just about to revel in my success.
Oh, but I mean, we took a couple of great ones off the board.
Yeah.
I think for popularity's sake, I'm going to do Wolf of Wall Street.
Nice.
Okay. This is tough for me. I don't know. You took Wolf. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I like more?
You could take
I'm gonna-
Gatsby. Just take
No,
Gatsby.
dude, that's for you.
That
Hey,
for
this
me.
is Cutthroat Boys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Plain
take just Cutthroat. Okay, I'm gonna take my favorite that's left. So I'm gonna take The Revenant.
Interesting.
Yeah,
More than Shutter Island.
yeah, I think so. That's the two I was deciding between.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just like it more.
All right. I will go with Killers of the Flower Moon.
Nice.
I like that value of where I'm at.
That's great.
Yeah,
And I'm also on the turn now. Correct.
Jeez.
I forgot, so I probably would have taken Killers.
Yeah.
I mean, Departed and Killers of the Flower Moon is
That's
off to a great
solid.
start.
Yeah, you're stacked
We're picking
already.
5, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. For my third, I will go with. Oh, this one's actually kind of tough. I'll go with Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna take Shutter Island on the. I didn't think that'd come back to me.
Yeah, neither did I.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do Catch Me If You Can.
He just took.
I just
that.
took that. My brother in
sorry.
Christ.
I literally just wrote that, so it was on my mind. I meant I'm gonna take The Aviator.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Take the one that's like culturally part of who I am.
Yeah, that's who you are.
James.
And on the turn, I'm gonna take a popular one. I'm gonna take Titanic. Not necessarily my favorite.
Okay.
That's
That'll
gonna
get
win you the
ladies'
draft right
vote.
there.
Yeah,
I don't
That
know.
sucks.
I don't know, man.
Okay, I'm gonna take Inception.
Ah, great value for
I
where
like
we're at.
Inception. I don't know.
I
What are
don't.
your guys' thoughts?
He likes it.
You
right?
like it?
I like Inception. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a 4, maybe 4.5
Okay.
film. Okay, now it's your pick.
Yeah, I
Back to
think it's
you.
my last,
Last
two.
two.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will take Blood Diamond.
Okay.
Good pick.
One of my sneaky favorites.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, I was an AP in Ghana, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And this one's actually tough. I think I will do. Oh my gosh.
Dude, don't look up. That's
Body
really
now.
you.
Body of Lies.
I'll do
good.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Okay.
Why are you laughing? dude? I've seen that movie.
That's his breakout
dude,
performance.
That was an Oscar. I think he was nominated for an Oscar for that.
I don't know. I just
What is
haven't
he like
seen
in
it.
that movie? Could you do an impression?
I can't do the impression for that. I'll do that off camera.
I've just seen the stills of it, and both him and Johnny Depp look like
10.
well, just bad. You know, it's not something I want to watch, so that's why I giggled. Because I was considering watching it today. 'Cause
It's
I was
good.
like, I
I've
need to
seen
add
it.
one more to my repertoire, but
I should have watched. If I would have watched Revolutionary Road if I knew we were doing it. I
yeah,
haven't seen that.
sorry,
I was gonna watch The Aviator, but
it's pretty good.
I figured you guys would snatch it.
Yeah,
Okay, I feel really good. I'm gonna take Gangs of New York. Is this my last pick?
Yep.
Yeah, Gangs of New York. Have you guys seen this?
yeah, you showed it to me.
I've not. It's on my watch list.
Probably their least favorable or least liked collaboration. Him
Well,
and
it's their
Scorsese.
first,
Yeah.
and it's got Daniel Day-Lewis, incredible
Yeah, it's amazing.
character, Bill the Butcher. I really enjoy it. Cameron Diaz is just like out of place or whatever. Kind of like how you guys think of Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But one of my favorites. I really like it. Really, just the setting, very immersive. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Boston
I like it too. I don't know why people don't like it.
or New York. What the hell? It's New York.
Kings of New York, Boston. You suck, Derek
I don't
Jeter.
know what came over me. I was thinking The Departed crept in my mind right there.
Sure.
Okay.
You were thinking of Mr. Crime Stopper.
Mr. Crime Stopping. You working
Okay.
overtime.
Gangs of New York.
Overtime, boss.
Okay, and I guess that leaves me with The Great Gatsby, which
Makes
my friend
sense.
Kasen hates.
You don't like it?
I don't hate it.
I hate it.
I definitely don't hate it. I used to say it was like my favorite movie in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Because I liked the book when
Right.
I was in 8th grade. And yeah, I have a cousin that's kind of like the Gatsby, just like magnetic. And well, he's a cousin-in-law, so it's not
Oh,
weird.
The recent married in?
Great guy, but not him.
Okay, I love that guy.
Great guy, yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
let's read the lists.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? Or do you want me to read yours?
Please read mine.
Kasen had The Departed, Killers of the Flower Moon, Catch Me If You Can, Blood Diamond, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Great list.
Thank you.
Jaron, you got yours, or you want me to read it?
You can read it.
Jaron had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Revenant, Shutter Island, Inception, and Gangs of New York.
I think
It's a
he might
great
win.
list.
Really?
Yeah.
I after the first two, I was like, I might lose.
That
right
might be
here.
my favorite, honestly.
Really? Okay.
And
I'm just like really good at these like
oh my
drafts.
god! Actually, your list sucks ass. Your list sucks. So let's just go through my list, which
All
is Django Unchained, Wolf of Wall Street, The Aviator, Titanic, and The Great Gatsby. That might win. That's
That
got
might
some
win
legs.
too.
I like mine more.
I fetched up with the Gilbert Grape pick.
No, I just haven't seen it.
What else could you have picked right there?
I could have picked Great Gatsby. I
That's
could have
not
picked
any
Don't Look
better.
Up. I
No,
could have
Don't
picked.
look up.
I could have picked Body of Lies, and that I should have picked Body of Lies probably, but whatever.
I want to watch This Boy's Life. We should watch that together.
Yeah.
It's a De Niro.
I keep wanting to. That's what
DiCaprio.
made. So De Niro worked with Leo on that, and then he gave the
Right.
recommendation to Marty. He was like, you should check out this kid. You should work with him.
Oh,
Someday.
really? I didn't know that.
De
That's
Niro's
crazy.
also in Marvin's Room.
Really?
If you hadn't, I haven't seen it, but I heard that.
I didn't
So-
know that. We'll have to
I don't
check it
think
out.
they're on screen together at any point. That's what they were talking about that on Big Picture. But
Right.
Oh, really?
Okay. Well, cool. Well,
Okay. Are you gonna post this on your story? What list? I should post it. I'm gonna be
Yeah, why
more
don't-
active
we
on
have
our
an
Instagram.
yeah, do it on.
We only have like 50 followers.
No, but I'll repost that. Like I'll tell people to go
Okay.
look at that.
Sweet,
I'd
I'll do
prefer it
that.
to be not me that posts it.
I'll
because-
post it.
yeah, he'll.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ask you to do that.
That was
I just
weird.
wondering it.
That was
I
really
'cause
weird.
you
a
did,
guest,
didn't
Jared.
you, for our other draft we did?
No,
That was for our
For
leader.
ours,
I was
yeah.
a guest on his podcast.
I don't know why I felt included.
We talked about you
Did you?
on that podcast. Yeah,
I listened to it. Which one was it?
the one that I was on.
You were on 2 though.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we just talked about movies and did a Leo
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah, I listened to that. Yeah.
hey, I actually thought, and oddly enough, I thought about this in the shower.
Oh, nice.
I just winked at you. I thought about having you on the podcast soon, Jared. So I'll get a
I'd
hold
love
of you
to.
for that.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun. I was thinking, I was telling Austin this. You guys' draft that you did of what was it? Like
Stuff that
things
guys think about.
Yeah. I was like,
There's a lot of stuff left on the
I was
board.
like stuff that I could have.
Oh, you
said.
could have contributed to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was like, what was my main thing? The LeBron Jordan debate. That was like the
Oh,
first thing that popped
That's
in my
such
head.
a good one.
Good
Gosh,
pick.
dang it. How did I even think of that?
And I can't remember what else, but
Well, I'm sure you guys will have a great time when you're a guest on
We
this
will,
podcast.
yeah.
You're welcome for introducing you guys. So that's just
Jared, when I got home from my mission, I thought you were weird. And
did you?
not really. I just didn't know you. And now I'm doing a podcast with you. So, my brother in Christ, it just goes to show how things can change.
I know, it's
Sure.
crazy. Okay, well, we're glad to have you here. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And this was it. Thank you for listening, and good night, you fixators.